Hi, my name is Alusaimbari. This is the second part on how to determine the topic sentence in a paragraph. If you are lost in thought, please go back to the previous video where we started the discussion on how to determine the topic sentence. In that lesson, what we discussed was the situation where we have the topic sentence stated at the beginning of the paragraph. And in your writing, as you are practicing, you really would like to follow this sort of idea. Okay, as you make sure you note down your topic sentences at the beginning as much as you can. But also it's good training to also see how you can use the other way that we are going to explain lesson, where the topic sentence will often come either at the end or at the middle of the paragraph. Okay. Now, the second paragraph in this in the 2018 summary question was this. It says, sorry, the third paragraph rather, but the second one we are looking at. We say, drug addicts may display psychotic behaviors, mood swings, and may be predisposed to irascible decision making. Okay? We are trying to look at the main point that the author is trying to pass in this paragraph. Let me begin again. Drug addicts may display psychotic behaviors, mood swings, and may be predisposed to irascible decision making, bad decision making. It went on to say, they are also likely to suffer general health problems related to the lungs, heart, and kidneys. See? In fact, the adverse behavioral and physical effects of drug addiction on the individual are enormous. Can you see what happened here? Here, at the last sentence, the author said, in fact, okay, trying to point your attention clearly to this. If I am talking, you and I are having a discussion, I say, in fact, it's telling you that this is an important part of my conversation, okay? So now the author said, in fact, the adverse behavioral and physical effects of drug addiction on the individual are enormous. Okay, so the author wanted to talk about the fact that the adverse behavioral and physical effects of drug addiction on the individual are enormous. But in doing that, he started off by giving an instance illustrating this situation by saying drug addicts may display psychotic behaviors, mood swings, and may be predisposed to bad decision making. This is all an illustration of the fact that there are adverse behavioral and physical effects of drug addiction on the individual. Okay, but he didn't just state all these many that they display psychotic behaviors, they have mood swings, that they make bad decisions. He went on to say they are likely to suffer general health problems related to lungs, heart, and kidneys. So he's giving a large number of adverse effects, negative effects of drug addiction on the individual. So, but he spoke about the main idea only in the last sentence of the paragraph. So this is also often possible. The only thing you have to be aware of is to note these words we have here. That whenever you see these words or variations of them, they will never be the same. They will often point you to the fact that this is the author's main idea. But also it is good for you to just be asking yourself, okay, what is the author really trying to say in this particular paragraph? And once you can figure that out, then it is very easy. And like I said earlier also, sometimes it can be difficult for you to know the author's main point he's trying to pass, because sometimes they can write indirectly. So the best way to approach this is often to look at other details. For example, in the paragraph I just read you about the adverse effects of drug addiction on the individual, the fact that they are enormous, we first started off by giving an illustration. So in reading this paragraph, I see that drug addicts may display psychotic behaviors, mood swings, and may be predisposed to irascible decision making. Okay, for me, this is more of an explanation. And also make sure before you start making this decision, you read the whole paragraph first of all. right? Because once you read the whole paragraph, first of all, maybe once or twice, you'll be able to spot where the main ideas could be. You'll know that, oh, this is more like an example in this context. Always take the paragraph as a self-contained unit on its own. Okay, so this is mostly it. The first thing you really want to nail in terms of succeeding in the summary for the English language is to be able to determine the topic sentence in a paragraph. To look at a paragraph and be able to point out that this is the main idea that the author would like to pass. Right? All right. Thank you very much for this. We are going to move on now to the next part of this lesson where we look at we look deeper into summary. Thank you.